In the heart of SouthernTea, back with another EP. And today we here with the fight breakdown and prediction between Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa. Teofimo Lopez fight this weekend, August 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he fight this weekend, August 13th, in his 140 pound, which would be the junior welterweight pro debut. Teofimo Lopez is coming off his first loss to George Kambosos. And Pedro Ocampo is a gritty veteran fighter, who's been in and around the game for some time now. And also, we in here to talk about. I tried to avoid it, I tried to avoid it, but I gotta speak on it, I can't just ignore it, It must be talked about. We got because it's Teofimo Lopez weekend, right? So I gotta do my due diligence. Now I gotta talk about it. So we're gonna talk about Ryan Garcia, ducking Tank Davis, right, for Teofimo Lopez, and I put question marks behind Teofimo Lopez for a reason, right? Because are we really, about to believe what Oscar and Ryan Garcia said? I don't want to spoil it. We go eventually get into it. I want to lead the show. I want to lead the show. Most definitely, I want to lead the show with Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa. You know what I mean? So this is Teofimo Lopez's 140-pound debut against Pedro Campa. Now, this Pedro Campa fight wouldn't be so bad. Damn it, man. What's good? Damn it, man. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Damn it, man. Glad you can make it. If y'all could, smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Now, this fight with Pedro Campa for your first fight at 140, right? It wouldn't be so bad. It's actually not a bad fight at all, right? And, a lot of people wouldn't have been so critical about it, or a lot of people wouldn't have had, so much to say about it, right? If Teofimo Lopez hadn't, sold us the Barbosa fight, before this fight. Barbosa, he fought in a fight about a couple weeks ago. Barbosa was victorious in his fight. When Teofimo Lopez first went up to 140, the first opponent, that they had put out there on the opponent list was Barbosa. You know what I mean? Barbosa is a undefeated fighter, as well. Very skilled fighter. I thought there would have been a hell of a matchup for Teofimo Lopez in his first fight, but he ended up not fighting Barbosa. Barbosa ended up fighting somebody else, and Teofimo Lopez ended up fighting Pedro Campa. I said all not to knock this fight, right? Not to down this fight or downplay this fight, because Pedro Campa is, a competent first test for Teofimo Lopez, but I was a lot more excited, about the Barbosa fight, So when we get, this fight as a substitute, although it's not a bad fight, the win is kind of taken out of myself just a little bit, because I thought we were going to get Lopez versus Barbosa, and I thought there would have been a hell of a fight, for Teofimo Lopez for his first fight. But nonetheless, we got Pedro Campa, right? And Pedro Campa is a very, very game opponent. You know what I mean? The real deal was good. Mike Big was good. Case of Voy. Appreciate you sliding through this junk. TWT in the building. Mike Biggs, appreciate you sliding through this junk. TWT in the building. Glad y'all good folks can make it. We ain't here, I'm giving y'all the breakdown of Pedro and T.O. real quick first to start the show off. But nonetheless, Pedro Campa, is a game fight. I'm about to bring my camera up and I'm about to bring up my screen, and we about to look at each fight, about to give y'all this breakdown. Y'all do your boy a favor as y'all come on in. D-Man Jr., what's good, D-Man? Appreciate you sliding through this junk. Glad you can make it. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button. D-Man Jr., LDBC in here. For sure that. We about to get into it. I'm going to check y'all chat from my phone, right? But Pedro Campa, he's a pretty game opponent. You know what I mean? He's not a slouch of an opponent, at all. Teofimo Lopez is going to have to come in, on his A game, because this is a veteran fighter, who ain't going to lay down for Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to give y'all his measurables, right, his numbers first, before I get into, my synopsis of it. Again, could y'all do your boy a favor and smash that like button? I got 9 people in the building right now. Could I get all 9 of y'all to smash that like button? If you're in here right now, you ain't smashed the like button. If you could, go out, smash that thumbs up, roll on back in. Greatly appreciated. But Carlos Campa, he's 34-1 with 23 KOs. And Carlos Campa has been stopped once himself. What's good, Nazay? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Glad you can make it, Nazay, my boy from the UK. Nazay was good. But yeah, so Carlos Campa, he's 30 years old, 5'9". They don't have his reach on here, but he has 36 fights, 34 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 23 KOs. Been stopped once. Notable names, respectable names, noticeable names. We got Carlos Valadez. Carlos Valadez was an undefeated fighter at the time of their fight. It's still his only loss. So he's 22-1 with that 1 loss to Carlos Campa. You know what I mean? Undefeated fighter. We roll down this line. Anybody that we may notice? Anybody else we may notice? Carlos Jimenez. You recognize Carlos Jimenez. He lost to Carlos Jimenez. You know what I mean? Not a world beater. At the time, he was a lot better than his record is now. You know what I mean? It's Jimenez. But Ivan Alvarez, you know what I mean? This guy, nobody too special on Pedro's Campa, resume. Teofimo Lopez most definitely will be, his biggest name. Aaron Herrera, okay, here we go. We got Aaron Herrera. You know what I mean? Herrera, y'all, you guys remember Herrera? Type deal. Hold on, let me see. Look, here you go, Herrera, Jesse Vargas, right? Y'all remember Herrera? Where he at? Regis Prograis. Y'all remember Herrera? Of course, Pedro Campa, right? Regis Prograis for Herrera. What's good, quick. Appreciate you sliding through this junk, quick. Glad you can make it. Hold on, let me drop the flames for Queen. Got to drop the flames for Queen. Real quick, go ahead. Appreciate you sliding through this junk, quick. Glad you can make it. TWT in the building. Through this John Queen, glad you could make it. We're here going through the breakdown. Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa. But y'all, I'm trying to see if y'all remember Herrera. Herrera fought Danny Garcia too. I don't see it. I'm looking for. Am I mistaken? Just the right Herrera. I know he fought Danny Garcia. I can't find him. This must be a different Herrera. You know what I mean? It probably is a different Herrera. But yeah, he fought Regis Prograis, Pedro Campa, and he fought Jesse Vargas. Notable names, Darvin Price. That's one of the guys that Pedro Campa fought. So Pedro Campa resume isn't deep. You know what I mean? Isn't necessarily deep. You know what I mean? But he got a couple notable names on there. You know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez, Pedro Campa. 34-1, 1 draw, 23 knockouts, and been knocked out once himself. He's facing off against Teofimo Lopez. Man, that one look crazy next to Teofimo Lopez. That shit look wild. I'm so used to seeing 15-0 and shit like that. But he's facing off against Teofimo Lopez, who's 16-1. Could y'all do your boy a favor as you roll on in, whether you're here for a good time or a long time? If y'all could, smash that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate it. Let YouTube know we over here cooking again. I'm going to get back in the chat, and we going to have us, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis conversation. But right now, I'm giving y'all this breakdown. So I'm gonna get back to the chat, and I'm gonna recognize y'all and all that good stuff. I'm trying to recognize y'all at the door. You know what I mean? As y'all roll in, so I can get y'all that way. But if y'all could smash that like button for your boy. But Campa is facing off against Teofimo Lopez, 16-1 with 12 KOs. Teofimo Lopez is 25 years old. He stands 5'8" with a 6 to 8 inch arm reach. Notable opponents: George Kambosos Jr. He lost a split decision. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. He has a knockout win over Richard Comey as well. He also has a UD win over Nakatani. And we scroll down a little bit more, you know what I mean? Where is it? This guy right here, William Silva. He was type decent. I mean, not nobody to write home about. But he was type decent. Arnold Barbosa, he fought Arnold Barbosa. That's the Barbosa that Teofimo Lopez was scheduled to fight, in the beginning, Arnold Barbosa. But he ended up, fighting Pedro Campa, and I was really disheartened about it because I thought Teofimo Lopez was about to fight Barbosa, man. It would have been a tough match for Teofimo as his first fight. But Barbosa, Teofimo ended up fighting Campa, and Barbosa, ended up fighting Zarella. Barbosa just, dominated Zarella. You know what I mean? 7-15. So that was this year, not too long ago type deal. But that's Arnold Barbosa for reference. But Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa. This fight, interesting fight. It's always interesting having a fighter move up, in his first fight in the new division. You know what I mean? That's always, going to be interesting to watch. And especially when you add the fact that, he's facing a guy like Carlos Campa is Teofimo Lopez. We all know Teofimo, so I'm going to put Carlos up. I'm going to call him Carlos Campa. His name Pedro Campa. I'm going to put Pedro up here. You know what I mean? But, Campa, you know what I mean? I don't think he's as good as Barbosa, as an Arnold Barbosa, right? But I do think Campa is more than a threat to Teofimo Lopez. I do think this is a losable fight for Teofimo Lopez. Campa he's a patient fighter. He's not a fighter who's going to get overly excited and give you, a lot of openings like that. He doesn't have, the best defense, but he's not one of the guys who leaves openings because he throws a lot of punches. He leaves openings because he likes to fight in the inside. He likes to fight predominantly in the inside, and he don't always necessarily, get his hands back to himself after he punches. He leaves himself. He don't punch a lot, right? He don't leave himself open with the volume of punches he throws, but he does leave himself open when he swings, you know what I mean? But he's a solid puncher. He's a solid puncher. It's Pedro Campa, as you can see, with 34 wins and 23 KOs. He doesn't really use his jab. He has the height, and I think him and Teofimo Lopez reach is about the same. You know what I mean? His reach is not upper, but he's not a fighter with a ridiculously long reach. It's Pedro Campa. Their reach is about the same. He has an inch on Teofimo Lopez, but he's not a guy that necessarily uses his jab. Teofimo Lopez actually uses his jab more than Campa. Now, Teofimo Lopez don't have the most accurate jab, you know what I mean? But he does use it, you know what I mean? He does use it. So Teofimo Lopez actually uses his jab more than Campa. But I think Campa is more of, an accurate, precise puncher. He's not overly accurate, but I do think he's more accurate than Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to have the volume punching edge in this fight. Teofimo is good in fights where he can control the distance, or he could be at mid-range, or he could probe on the outside, to get into his mid-range. Teofimo has shown signs that he could be vulnerable, you know what I mean, on the inside game. He doesn't have the best inside game, and that's kind of crazy given T.O. build, his compact, how his compact build. You would think that he will have a much better inside game, than he displays, but T.O. would rather, fight you in mid-range, throw his jab, throw his straight, and throw his hooks instead of, getting on the inside, throwing his uppercuts and his hooks from the inside. He's more comfortable fighting in mid-range than he is on the inside. In this fight, I would actually give the inside fighting advantage to Pedro Campa. You know what I mean? If Pedro Campa is able to, make his way in on Teofimo Lopez, I think it could be a problem for Teofimo Lopez. We saw Lomachenko able to get inside on Teofimo Lopez, and it became a problem for Teofimo Lopez. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. Campa is a much harder puncher than he's a much harder puncher than Vesely Lomachenko is Campa. If Campa is able to get on the inside of T.O. and land like Lomachenko did, Teofimo Lopez very well could be going to sleep in this fight. This not no fabrication or nothing like that. Campa is just spry enough, just young enough. He's still a fighter that's in his prime. This guy has 34 fights with one loss. You know what I mean? He's a guy that's still in his prime. He has the inside fighting advantage over Teofimo Lopez in this fight. Yeah, facts. Ghost. My nigga Ghost just said, look, I said he got much more power than Lomachenko. My guy Ghost said he got much more power than George Kambosos did drop him. These are facts, Ghost. Campa is what you call, he's a puncher. He's not a puncher. He's not a guy you go in there like, oh, I got to watch out for Campa power. But he's a guy you go in there knowing that you can't take too many of these punches and volume and recessions from Campa. This guy is a live puncher. He is a live threat, to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez reaction to punches ain't quite where I would like it to be. It ain't quite where I would want it to be. You know what I mean? So if a guy like Pedro can get inside on him and touch Teofimo Lopez, he could do some damage to Teofimo Lopez. You know, he could win this fight on the inside. You know what I mean? He very well could stop Teo on the inside. I do think that's a real thing. You know what I mean? I think it's about a 30% chance, 25% chance that he could stop Teofimo Lopez, you know, if he's able to fight the majority of this fight on the inside. I think Teofimo Lopez could get stopped. Actually, I give it 50-50. If he could fight half this fight, if he's able to control half this fight on the inside against Teo, I'm going to give him a 50-50 chance to stop Teo. You know what I mean? If Campa, I said Campa. If Campa is going to win this fight, he's probably going to fight him on the inside. At mid-range, I think Teo has more of a chance because Campa is not an extreme volume puncher. Teo will have the volume edge, and he has enough power to put Campa out as well. If Teofimo Lopez is a lot quicker, a lot faster, a lot more explosive than Campa, then things could get ugly for Campa. You know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez is a predominantly athletic-based fighter. You know what I mean? He used a lot of his athleticism in his fighting game. My bad, guys. But yeah, Teo incorporates a lot of athleticism in his fighting game. You know what I mean? So if he's able to take advantage of his athletic ability, you know what I mean? If he's able to keep Campa, at mid-range, you know, and control that mid-range and control the distance in this fight, and maybe fight on the inside, you know, when he's ready to, not when Campa wants. You know, if he's able to, you know, control the mid-range and the distance and fight, you know, just in the inside when Teo wants to, then I'm giving him a chance because he can land on Campa and he can hurt Campa as well. But I want people to understand this fight for Teofimo Lopez is not an easy fight. You know what I mean? It will be easier than Barbosa, right? Because Barbosa is a skilled boxer who I think probably would have outboxed Teo to a 12-round decision. You know what I mean? I think would have touched him up pretty nice. He got more of a chance with Campa because Campa fights more stationary. He is a fighter with mobility, but he fights stationary. He fights kind of right in front of you, and when he throws his punches, he leaves himself open. He don't throw a lot of punches, but when he throws them in combinations, and he will leave himself open, you know. And Teofimo Lopez does like the counterpunch. You know what I mean? That's my breakdown. You know, that's my breakdown. I'm getting into my prediction stage with this, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, like, man, this one not easy, right? You know, this is not an easy fight to predict at all. You know what I mean? Not an easy fight to predict at all because so many variables when you got two fighters like this. You got two fighters, right? Believe it or not, right? You got two fighters who, you know, we would think, okay, Teofimo Lopez is the stronger guy right off the bat, right? Not necessarily. Campa possesses, you know, comparable power to Teofimo Lopez. If either of these guys take too many shots in this fight, they both could go down. They both could be stopped. I would say the power is even. Boxing ability in this fight, Teofimo Lopez, he possesses boxing ability. His feet get a little tangled up on him, but he does possess some ability to box. Campa has boxing ability as well. In this fight, Teofimo Lopez's jab will be better. With Teofimo Lopez, it will be, you know, how active he is with his jab and if he can land his jab because he's not the most accurate guy, but he does have an active jab. No, he throws punches for sure, does Teofimo Lopez. He don't react to getting hit with punches well because his defense, you know, is his face, and his defense is to throw back at you. So I think, you know, with a puncher like Campa, that could get him in trouble. That could get him dropped, stopped, or hurt. You know what I mean? But if Teofimo Lopez, you know, though he uses his jab a little bit, he's able to be first with his jab and confuse Campa, and, you know, and use his jab to throw his hooks at mid-range in the distance. I think he'll be good. You know what I mean? I think he'll be good in that aspect. Boxing ability, I would give boxing mobility, I would give the edge to Lopez. Boxing the ability, I think they're pretty even. You know, I think that power is about even, and I think that boxing ability is about even because Campa can box as well. You know what I mean? He's a real patient guy. Y'all go see when they fight this weekend. Campa is a real patient guy. He's not gonna give Teo a bunch of openings. Tio gonna have to find his openings. He gonna have to find his openings when Campa is attacking him. But Campa is not gonna present a lot of openings for him, which is why this is a scary fight. To pick is a scary fight for Teofimo Lopez. So I think the boxing ability is fairly even. You know what I mean? Tio could win, off being the more active fighter, I believe, but boxing ability, I think is even. And I maybe would slightly edge, Campa. You know what I mean? Just off the experience factor, I may edge Campa, to be real with you when it comes to the boxing ability. I think T.O. is the quicker fighter. I think he's the faster fighter. I think he'll be the younger, more explosive fighter. I think that's going to be Teofimo's, advantage in this fight. I think if Teofimo's going to win this fight, he's going to have to use a lot of that. He's got to use a lot of, his athleticism, in his fight, because that's what's going to, and it's not just his athleticism, right? But he's going to have to use a lot of his athleticism in his fight, because I think when it comes to boxing, they're even. I think when it comes to power, they're even. But where his advantage, where he has a big advantage at, where it's not even, where it's easier to tell, you know what I mean? It will be, the athleticism department. That's where Teofimo Lopez stands out. So Teofimo Lopez is going to have to. He ain't got to be Floyd Mayweather in this fight, right? But I think he's going to have to be more systematic about how he fight this fight today, sitting back, counterpunching or trading with your opponent. That ain't going to work against Campa, because if you sit back and trade with him like you did against George Kambosos, Lomachenko, if you fight him like you fought George Kambosos and Lomachenko, Campa go stop Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? For my prediction in this fight, you know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez 16-1, 12 KOs. Campa 34-1, 1 draw, 23 KOs. I'm gonna take Pedro. I'm gonna take Pedro Campa in this fight, y'all. I'm gonna take Pedro Campa, with the upset over Tio. You know what I mean? I think Pedro Campa's inside game gonna be a little too much for Tio. Now, if Tio is going to win this fight, y'all, he go knock Campa out, right? Campa go get caught on the inside with something, beating up Tio on the inside, and he go get knocked out, and Tio go win the fight. That's how I see Tio winning this fight, if Tio is to win this fight. But my guess is Campa is going to be patient. You know what I mean? And Teofimo Lopez is not going to be able to catch him with that knockout blow. And I think Campa is going to be able to methodically land, on Tio. I think he uses more punches than Tio. He don't throw a lot of jabs, right? But he do throw a lot of straights, and he throw hooks to the head, he throw hooks to the body, and he puts his combinations together well. Where his problem is going to be is when he's putting his combinations together, him watching out for Teofimo's return shot. But I got Pedro Campa in this fight, y'all. I believe that both guys will probably get dropped in this fight, right? But I think Campa is going to be able to edge out a decision over Teofimo Lopez. I think the experience in this fight is going to see Campa through. You know what I mean? And again, I do see possibly Teofimo Lopez being able to stop Campa, catching him with something. But outside of Teofimo Lopez catching Campa, I keep calling him Campa. Outside of Teofimo Lopez catching Pedro with something, I got Pedro, winning this fight. I see him landing more. I see him, being cleaner, with his punches. I see him being able to press Tio on the inside, and I see that becoming a problem for Teofimo Lopez. Can y'all do your boy a favor? Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, whether it's your first time, if you could not make it your last time, if y'all could, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I got Pedro Campa over Teofimo Lopez. I got a 12-round split decision. Pedro Campa over Teofimo Lopez. I think both fighters will be dropped. You know what I mean? If Teofimo Lopez wins, he's probably going to knock Campa out. Don't see him being able to. Well, I do see him being able to outbox Campa, right? If he could use his athleticism, you know what I mean, and his jab. But Teofimo Lopez doesn't have the highest IQ. So I can see Pedro being able to suck Teofimo Lopez into an inside fight. And if he sucks him into an inside fight, that's where I see Pedro Campa, winning this fight and being victorious when Tio is sucked into the inside fight. So there y'all go. There y'all go. That's my fight breakdown and prediction on Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa. I got Pedro Campa by split decision. Now we can get into the show. Y'all know what I mean. We can open it up. We can get into the show. Ryan Garcia, did y'all hear what Oscar De La Hoya said, about Tank Davis and what they gonna do about their fight? All the while before, right? Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna, right? In the whole build up for Ryan Garcia and Javier Fortuna, you had Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia, trying to sell us. You had Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya pushing down our throat, right? That they will fight Tank Davis after they fight Javier Fortuna, right? He telling us, oh yeah, well, you next, Tank, you next, we gonna make that fight. We serious about making that fight happen. You know what I mean? Type deal. So now I didn't believe him, right? I didn't believe him because I didn't been here before. I done seen this movie 100 times. Ryan Garcia and spun this block 1,000 times. Ryan Garcia has literally made a career off clout chasing one Gervonta Tank move, baby. Has made a career off of clout chasing one Gervonta Tank Davis. But I digress, you know what I mean? But he said that he will fight him, right? But after the fight with Tank Davis, after the fight with Javier Fortuna, the first thing, get back. But after the fight with Javier Fortuna, right? What's the first thing that Ryan Garcia said? The first thing that Ryan Garcia said after that Javier Fortuna fight, right, was, well, I want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And if Gervonta Tank Davis really wants to fight, then he's going to have to, what's good? Press, now I beat your motherfucking ass right now, nigga. What's good, Press? Shout out my nigga Preston sliding through this jump. Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Preston. You know what I mean? Man, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia dropped the flames one time for my nigga Preston. And dropped the flames one time for my nigga Five. What's good? Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Pete. But yeah, the first thing that Ryan Garcia said after his fight with Javier Fortuna was, if Tank want to fight me, I'll fight at 140. Then he need to come to 140. Well, so why the hell was you telling us the whole time in the lead up to that fight that you would fight motherfucking Tank Davis if you knew you was fighting at 140? He had been stated that he fight at what's good, G5. Shout out my guy G5. We got all the slides in the video today. Shout out my nigga 5. Appreciate you sliding through this jump 5. Glad you can make it. TWT in the building. What's good? And I see you down there, Ghost. I'm finna get to the chat, Ghost. I see you down there, Ghost. I see you down there. But I gotta set the table real quick first. But you was telling us the whole time in the build up to that you was gonna fight, goddamn, Tank Davis. So you knew Tank Davis was fighting at 135 because Tank Davis had stated long ago that he's only fighting at 35, right? So for you to think anything else, is blasphemy. You know what I mean? Because y'all do your boy a favor, because y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. You know what I mean? So anything else was blasphemy because that man been told you that he fight at 35, right? So Oscar De La Hoya and Tank Davis come out and say, we're past the Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia come out and say, we're past the Gervonta Tank Davis fight because Gervonta Tank Davis promotion didn't answer back. We're now moving on to Teofimo Lopez. And that's the statement that I want to talk about right now. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here, I got 12 people in the building. I got 19 likes. Can I get y'all to smash that like button for your boy? I ain't going to be here too long. I'm going to only be here about another 30 minutes. You know what I mean? For this good cook. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. You know what I mean? But So he said that we're moving on to Teofimo Lopez, right? So that's what Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. So let's pretend that their attention is on Teofimo Lopez, right? You want me to really believe that your attention is on Teofimo Lopez now, right? After you said and told me that you're going to do everything in your power to make the fight with Tank Davis happen at the end of the year. You know what I mean? You're going to do everything in your power after Fortuna to make the fight with Tank Davis happen, right? So you done sat here and you done told me that shit for 2 months leading up into your last fight. As soon as your last fight over, you say, "Nah, I can't fight Tank Davis." Like the last fight wasn't even over good. The last fight wasn't even over good. And you was already telling us that you couldn't fight goddamn Tank Davis. Like, they had barely even announced that you won the damn fight. And you was already saying that you won't go fight Tank Davis. So now you expect me to believe that you're about to all of a sudden fight Teofimo Lopez. Now you all of a sudden expect me to believe that you're about to fight Teofimo Lopez. Right? So should I believe that you're about to fight Teofimo Lopez the same way that you fought Tank Davis? Just do. AB. What's good, AB? AB to IT. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. AB. Glad you can make it, Pim. Glad you can make it. TWT in the building. I got you. I got you, AB. I got you, AB. I got you. Just do what's good, my brother. Just do in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this, John. Do. Glad you could make it, Pimp. Glad you could make it. Where my brother do with boom. TWT in the building. We're in here having a boxing conversation. Real quick. We ain't having a boxing. I'm eating lunch and having a boxing conversation at the same time. I ain't eating yet, but I'm prepared. You know what I mean? To eat the goddamn grind. You know what I mean? Don't stop. I had to go and get it in now. I wasn't gonna be able to. You know what I mean? So fuck it. We here. You know what I mean? So now they expect me to believe that Ryan Garcia is about to fight Teofimo Lopez. I guess just like the same way that you fought Tank Davis, huh? You about to fight Teofimo Lopez the same way you just fought Tank Davis, huh? You know what I mean? It's fighters like Ryan Garcia. It's fighters like Ryan Garcia who give the sport a bad name. You know what I'm saying? We can clearly see that you clout chasing all the best fighters and you fighting scrubs. You know what I mean? And there's way too much of that going on. There's way too much of that going on nowadays. You know what I mean? Y'all making it real hard for the real boxing fans to enjoy the sport. And y'all making it even harder for the casuals to identify the real boxers and the best boxers there is today. It's so much fluff and fabrication going on. We can't separate the real from the fake these days. You know what I mean? You got people out who really believe that Ryan Garcia is one of the best boxers in the world. But truth be told, Ryan Garcia is barely even a real boxer. And that was just the facts of it. That was just the facts of it. You know what I mean? This guy continues to manipulate the media. He continues to manipulate the fans. He continues to manipulate, boxing. You know what I mean? How do you think that, people can't see what's going on? Like, it's too common in boxing. People call out names of fighters they know that they're never going to fight. Or people call out fighters know that they have, a slim chance of fighting, because of the other fighter's name. People have a hard time these days finding their own way and making their own wave and finding their own name. You know what I mean? So they try to attach themselves to these other fighters and they try to use them, to catapult themselves up to higher places than they really are. You know what I mean? This is what you did, Ryan Garcia. What you did was you used Gervonta Tank Davis' name to promote your fight against Javier Fortuna. You know what I mean? Just in plain sight. You did it clear as day in plain sight. You know what I mean? There are some people out here. I'm not one of those people, right? Who really believe, that you will fight, Gervonta Tank Davis after your next fight. And what I was telling everybody is, I'm not even doing the video on it. You know why? Because I know damn well Ryan Garcia ain't gonna fight Tank Davis because we already been here before. You know what I mean? And then people telling me, nah, T, I believe him this time, T. I think you'll come through this time. I said, man, it's Ryan Garcia. I'm telling you. I know, and he did sound real believable. He sounded real believable after his last fight. We Talk Sports. What's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. TWT in the building. Glad you can make it, pimp. What's good, AB? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Y'all seen Crush today? Y'all seen Crush today? I ain't seen Crush today. You know what I mean? But yeah. But there really was some people out here who believe that damn, I dropped my blood. There was some people out here who believe that there was a possibility, of Ryan Garcia fighting Tank this time, even though Ryan Garcia, had dropped the ball multiple times before. You know what I mean? On fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. And again, I wasn't one of those people. You know what I mean? Because I got a saying. You fooled me one time, right? You said you was about to fight Tank Davis on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson years ago. You said you was about to fight Tank Davis, right? So you fooled me one time. Shame on you. Shame on Ryan Garcia for fooling me on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, right? Right? Shame on you for fooling me. And then I remember Devin Haney was getting ready to fight Ryan Fortuna. And then you said, hold on, wait. No, I'm about to fight Ryan Fortuna, right? Mike Biggs, what's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Mike. And then you said, no. I'm about to fight Javier Fortuna, right? So now I'm preparing for you to fight Javier Fortuna now at this point, right? So you ended up pulling out of the goddamn fight with Javier Fortuna as well, right? You know what I mean? So fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I can't put the blame on you. You fool me 3 times, then I'm on your ass. So I ain't going to give you a chance to fool me a 3rd time. You know what I mean? You fool me twice, I can't get fooled again. You know what I mean? So I knew you weren't going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis this time. But I was just waiting for the ball to drop. I was just waiting for the news to drop, that you wasn't fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Because I had already seen that shit once before. So I was just sitting there waiting for that shit to come through the door. You feel me? And I said, when you did, I wasn't even going to talk about it because I saw the shit coming and you want airplay and you want people to talk about you. That's why you do shit like that. But you know what? I couldn't resist because of the bullshit you saying now. Now you want us to believe you about to fight Teofimo Lopez. Right? Now all of a sudden you want us to believe you about to fight Teofimo Lopez. You moved to 140. Now you about to clout chase Teofimo Lopez. That's what you about to do. Because it's a common denominator between everybody else that ain't the same common denominator between Ryan Garcia. Y'all know what that is? Y'all know what the common denominator between everybody else that ain't the common denominator with Ryan Garcia? It's called being the real champion. Teofimo Lopez, no matter how you feel about him, that boy a real champion, right? Tank Davis, 130 pounds. I know y'all hate it. I know it break y'all heart, right? He a real champion. Be Leo. Check his shit. Be Leo. Right? Devin Haney, WBC champ, real champion. I know that hurt too, didn't it? Undisputed. I know that hurt even worse, right? Boom. So what Ryan Garcia ain't that those guys is? A real champion. You know what I mean? So Ryan Garcia is in last place. So what most of the time do the last place dude do? He make a lot of noise, try to get some attention on him, get everybody looking at him because he can't compete with them, in the ring, on the field, on the court. He can't compete with them there. So what he do? He talk a lot. the thing about certain players, Dennis Rodman, not the best offensive player, not the most gifted player, but he did things that made him great. He talked a lot because he really knew that he didn't really have the offensive ability to score with you, so he got to talk to you. He played hella good defense, and he talked to you to get you out your game, to throw you off. Draymond Green, he know his offensive game ain't as good as yours, but he know he can play some hella defense and talk to you and get you out your game. When I ain't as good as you, then it's a mental game at this point. Ryan Garcia is playing a mental game with himself. He talking to himself as if he can compete with these guys, as if he really want to fight these guys, just to pull out of these fights and massage his own ego. Okay, well, I tried to fight him. Nigga, no, you did. You know you can't beat these people. You know you can't beat these people. You want us to believe you tried to fight him so you could sleep better at night. That's what you want us to do. You ain't finna fight Teofimo Lopez, my nigga. I'm not even finna halfway believe that, because he gonna knock your ass out too. You're not finna fight. You're not finna fight nobody. This, bro. You and that. Boy, you a YouTube boxer. You probably need to fight me. You a nigga with YouTube you a nigga on YouTube that got hands. You need to call me a 5 or some shit. Now 5, you too heavy for him. You too heavy for him, 5. You a nigga.
No, these niggas like to come in overweight now. Niggas say 147, they weight class, right? 150.
It's gonna be the perfect fight for Ryan. You know, when I start taking Ryan serious, when you fight Jake Paul, nigga, go do the boxing world a favor, fight Jake Paul and take his old some. Do something, or get your ass knocked the fuck out by Jake Paul and make us happy. Either way, we go in. You know what I'm saying? So do something to make us happy. Go fight Jake Paul or some shit, bro. Because you in the same boat as Jake Paul. Be real. If Jake Paul had a fought Rodman, he damn sure would have fought everybody better than you fought. Fuck that. For sure that. Macadoches Mac of the South, what's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Mac. Glad you can make it. I got to drop the flame for Mac just because he real.
What it do, Mac? It is Mac.
Appreciate you sliding through this, John Mac. Glad you can make it, pimp.
Hey, J-Man join it when I join TWT.
I was waiting for him. Hey, 5. No lie, 5. I was waiting for him. I was waiting for him to come home.
I told him just go ahead and sign up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come home.
So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys. We out here putting in work. We get the Filipino market in this joint. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with us the long way. You know what I'm talking about?
Tap in.
We tap in. You know what I'm saying? Blunts up. Yeah, Lord.
Tap in. Shout out to J-Man, man. I knew that was coming, though. He really was the family already. He just had to make it official. That's all. It be like that. It's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people like that. Like they said, put them guns away.
I'm little. I ain't got nothing. I'm a little nigga.
Guns away.
I ain't got nothing.
You might well go and sign up to fight me or 5, bro. Because at this point, you ain't fighting people too much better. Yo, if you fight a dude like Pedro-Campa, like if you find yourself trying to be slick, fighting Teofimo Lopez opponent to claim you follow him, Campa go beat your ass. Because I think Campa finna beat Teo. And there ain't no Teo hate or nothing like that. Gonna be a tight ass fight. But I think Campa go get him.
You looking at the style.
Yeah, the style matchup. I think Campa go get him. You know what I mean? Now I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's gonna be a 140, and y'all coming in one. These people really think they're moving from 35 to 140 is the answer. You beat up Haney and Tank. What the fuck make you think you can beat up fucking Bosa, fucking Prograis, Josh Taylor, Matias? What fuck make you can beat them up? They bigger than them niggas, and they hit harder, and some of them box just as good.
Boy, that's what I'm saying.
Montana Love up there. Montana Love knocked most of you niggas at 135 out. When he in shape, Montana Love. In shape Love. Not out of shape Love. In shape Love. Because Love kind of lost his last fight. Yeah,
not professional dog trainer Love.
Right. Yeah, I said he kind of lost his last one. Kind of sort of. If we really get down to it, I think
shit was shaking.
I think Eddie Hearn fuck with him. I think he at home. He need to stay there because Eddie Hearn fuck with him.
Oh yeah,
gave him one.
Whatever. I think it's the staff, man. I think he a showman. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. Hey, to hear him.
That's probably who you need to fight. Montana.
Mm-hmm.
And hope he out of shape, because you might get him if he out of shape. Nah, because once he hit your ass, you going to bed. Never mind. Once he touch you, you going to bed. Once he touch you, you going to bed. The last dude was able to stay up, but you going to bed for sure. That. Do your boy a favor. 17 people in the building. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. We in there having. I did my Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa breakdown at the beginning, the first 30 minutes. So if y'all want to catch this, y'all go to the first 30 minutes of the live stream. Complete Pedro Campa breakdown. I gave Pedro Campa 12 round split decision. I think it's gonna be a rough fight. I think both fighters go get knocked down. I think Campa style go make it rough for T.O. Then he go be able to get on the inside of T.O. And I think he gonna cause T.O. a little problems on that. Could go either way, but I think Pedro Campa get the split. Then he go drop T.O. Maybe drop him a couple times. You know what I mean? Because he hard and he like to fight on the inside. But they could get him dropped and stopped too. But that's what make it interesting. It's a 50-50 fight, though. I call it split decision, you know what I mean? So that lets you know how tight I think it's gonna be. But I just think I don't know if Campa, you know, it's a bad style matchup for T.O., I think. But then we start talking about Ryan Garcia and what's good, Floss?
Shit, what I missed?
Yeah, he missed shit. I picked Teofimo Lopez to get upset this weekend.
If he get upset 2 fights in a row, might well cancel it. Might well cancel it. Goddamn, the comeback, to take over, to take back, whatever you want.
Everything you said, you right. Because T.O. could catch him in between his punches. He ain't overly active, and he do throw wide punches. He leave his head right in front of you. T.O. can't catch him. You know what I mean? Najee said T.O. getting upset again. No way. No, it's gonna be an uphill battle, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't say no way. Shit. Just because you big at 35 don't mean you big at 40.
OG Eric, appreciate you sliding through this, John. I always appreciate the support, King. I always appreciate the support from my folks. Bro. Shout out my guy OG Eric. What's good, fam? You can listen. You know what I mean? You put us in the headphones or whatnot. We're here just having a boxing conversation. We talking about the return of Teofimo Lopez. He's making his return, and he done enough to where I gotta give him his just due. I gotta give him his prediction. So, if you ask me my confidence on my pick, my confidence on my pick, I'm about mid-level, about average. Go ahead. I'm about average level confidence on the Pedro pick. I call it split decision. So understand, how close I got it. You know what I mean? But couple series, that man got 36 fights. T.O. got 17, y'all. That's shit like that matter. And he 30 years old, not 33, not 34, not 35. He's 30 years old. That's experience and that's your prime. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. T.O. ain't taking no slouch matchups. I tell you that for sure, huh? Like T.O. fights don't be easy. He don't have the easiest fights, on the grand scheme of things. Nakatani, Kome, Lomachenko, George, Campa. It ain't no little easy. That ain't no bullshit run right there. That's a nice little resume wise. T.O. off to a cooler start. You know what I mean? He off to a cooler start. If he could get this win over Campa and say he fight, because he's not fighting Ryan Garcia not fighting T.O. We can throw this shit out the window. I made this SouthernTea to say, I don't believe shit Ryan Garcia say. Don't believe shit he say. Don't believe he ducking Tank. You just sound good. I'm ducking Tank. I don't want to fight Tank. I want to fight T.O. now. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't fighting any one of them people. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But T.O., they say T.O. get this win over Campa, which he very well could. 50-50 fight. You know what I mean? Let's say he get this win over Campa and he fight Barbosa next. Man, Teofimo resume off to he should have fought. If he fought Barbosa this fight, he most definitely would have lost. You know what I mean? Most definitely would have lost. But Campa is a game opponent as well. You know what I mean? Barbosa a lot more sharp and fine-tuned than Campa, though. Barbosa more slick boxer type. He got that like Black American style a little bit. Barbosa, he just Brazilian. which is still a black person anyway, but I digress. But he Brazilian, but he got that black American style, you know what I mean? So he slick with that shit. Like, you ain't gonna be able to hit that dude for the most part. You ain't pretty much touching him. And Teofimo Lopez ain't gonna be able to find him. He longer than T.O., taller than him, longer reach. He gonna fuck T.O. up. They were like, damn, why the fuck you fight him in your first fight? So I want to see that fight, but I understand them pulling out of that one. You know what I mean? Because that was for sure a loss. That was for sure a loss. But he got a better chance with Campa, but it's an uphill battle either way. You know what I mean? He could win. I kind of hope he win. Deep down, I hope I'm wrong. But I think Campa gonna be able to edge him out. If George Kambosos can beat you, bro, Kambosos can't fuck with Campa, bro. A nigga like Kambosos will get stopped by Campa. For real. Like, you know, all honesty. Bro gets stopped by Campa, bro. 34 fights, 23 knockouts. Right? Campa got solid power. I expect T.O. to hit the ground today. I expect him to hit the ground. Saturday. I expect him to hit the ground Saturday. T.O. could knock Campa shit loose as well, though. If T.O. win, it's gonna be a knockout. If he go 12, I got Campa. If he go 12, I got Campa for sure. How y'all feel about it? I know we talk got T.O. Now Zay got T.O. Who y'all got this weekend? Who y'all got? Y'all got T.O. Y'all got Campa this weekend. How y'all see that motherfucker go? Or it's too early to make y'all pick. Y'all ain't making picks yet?
Too early for me. I gotta go back and watch because shit, I ain't watched too much of either one yet. Not too much. But one time I watched T.O. live, he got his ass sparked, so I gotta watch some old shit.
Ryan didn't want him when he had belts. You know what I'm saying? Ryan don't want him now. Ryan clout chase. That's all Ryan is, bro. I hate but Ryan.
I'm gonna look over the shit, but I kind of got it in my mind how I think it's gonna go. I feel like this. I don't care what T.O. if you switch to southpaw, whatever you do. If you're not mentally stable, it don't matter what the fuck you switch to.
Yeah.
You're mentally not there.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, I'm glad you said that.
The building in his tops on that same game plan they had against Kambosos. Nah, bro. Throw that shit, scrap that, throw that shit in the trash.
T.O. leading into the fight, he been kind of quiet. You know, he ain't been talking out a lot of shit. He did say something about Tank the other day. You know, that I want to hit on a little later. He did say something about Tank, but he ain't been talking too much. You know what I mean? We ain't seen him too much. I think he may be more focused this time. Given a pre-fight, he ain't been saying too much.
I think he on his black card shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
road to redemption. I
think he on his black card shit. He gonna be quiet the whole time. Then if he get the win, he back on that bullshit.
Right. The takeover's back, baby.
No,
y'all thought y'all had me.
Black Cards tripped me out. He said, I've been holding this in real for a long time. And just been trying to keep calm, but it's hard. Black Cards is back on this bullshit. I said, God damn.
I have Blur winning, though. I felt that one. I felt it. And Hooker is the better fighter, but I felt it, bro. I've been seeing Mo do his thing last 2 years on Twitter. I've been watching Mo.
The same one that been on there.
I don't know, man. I think these last two losses that Hooker took, I think mentally it took him out, bro.
And he had a loss. Somebody. He lost a family member or something.
Yeah, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And if you weren't always mentally there as a trainer, you got to sit that man down. Because
you know who his trainer is, though, so you know how that shit go.
Yeah, so you just gonna put him in there, and hey.
How y'all? All right. Another question. I see Yoda coming in the building, so I know he gonna have some shit to say real quick before Yoda get up here. When he get up here, he can answer too. I know he gonna like this one. Teofimo Lopez said that he is the fighter to beat Tank Davis. That his style matchup for Tank was all wrong.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Good afternoon, TWT. What's going on?
Was good.
That guy, that man.
I think T.O. smoking crack rock because fighting 5-5 with the heaviest hitter in the lower divisions is not a fucking smart plan. And I know that's what the fuck he gonna do because you're not gonna outbox her because your IQ ain't that high. It ain't higher than Tank's anyway.
I knew y'all was gonna like
that.
First of all, this dude here, you said bad stylistic matchup. Reverse that shit, dude. Tank is a bad stylistic matchup for you. First of all, your feet are not fast enough. Your hands are not fast enough. You load up. You load up and swing.
I think most people are. I'm not
that shit.
I think
how you'll get uppercut and send his ass to bed.
Split decision Camper. I got split decision Camper. I think most people got T.O. This dude can fight, man. This dude can fight. This ain't no slap. Like T.O. taking some fucking fights, dog. He's taking some fights.
T.O. don't want no part of Tank, man. These boys don't want no part of Tank, my nigga.
He taking some fights.
Like overall, like his last 67 fights in combination, like the totality of like the Nakatani, Comey, Loma, Cambosis, Camp. The combination.
Yeah, I feel you. Mine is Cambosis.
I knew you.
The nigga's garbage. Like, stop giving this dude. That dude can't fight, and that's why he got beat with one fucking hand. He can't fight. You don't go.
Don't get his ass beat again.
You let somebody beat you with one hand. I don't give a fuck how bad you is. You ain't beating me with no one fucking hand. On my sickest day, you gonna need your hands, your feet. You might need your teeth. Fuck wrong. You ain't beat me with no one hand. That nigga can't fight. He can't beat a motherfucker. He lost to somebody with one hand. I mean, a good motherfucker, but for what they was talking, what he's supposed to be, Cambosis ain't one of those dudes, man. Everybody else you mentioned, I respect that except for Cambosis, man. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. But so when you got the lineal jab right out his ass. He ain't shit.
I think most people got T.O. though, OG. I think most people get that. I mean, I got a split decision. I think it's tight. It's 50-50. Because look, I'm looking at it like this, y'all. Y'all, OG. I'm looking at it like this. If Cambosis could beat you, bro. Camper finna beat your ass, dog. Go look at some of dude highlights and some of dude fights. And that's not, bro. He is punching you to hurt you, dog. He's not punching you to get points. Now he coming in, and he throwing hooks, my guy. He throwing hooks at the head, at the body, and he throwing them hoes tight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he throwing the hook, he throwing the punches tight. He leave himself open, but them punches is coming with. They wide punches, but he throwing the hooks tight. Like he curving them hoes like to put your ass out. You know what I mean? You could get him. T.O. don't really throw straight punches. He throw hooks too. So it's gonna be a hooking battle. That's why I got Camper. If T.O. was a straight down the middle guy, boom, boom. 1-2 guy, boom, 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 boom. Like a pro grade will beat the shit out of Camper. Because pro grade 1-2, boom, 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 boom. He 1-2. Right. Then he throw the hooks. He will whoop Camper ass, but T.O. he throw hooks with him. So they gonna be hooking each other. And I don't know if you want to get into a hook contest with Camper. You know what I mean? Because he's more patient than T.O. T.O. could win the activity battle. He could kind of confuse you a little bit with the judge. He could confuse you in this fight. But Camper is throwing more methodically with his shit. He more mathematical with his punches. And he throwing them hoes to land. Now he leave himself open because when he throw his combinations, he do open up. But if he land in them combinations, he gonna put a hurting on your ass. You know what I mean? Most people box him. That's how you beat him. You box him. T.O. ain't a boxer though. You know what I mean?
No, T.O. puncher. T.O.
To a certain extent, if he boxes the way, yeah, facts. Yeah. He got a
bro.
We talk. You on my nigga, TWT.
Just flames on that.
You know what I mean, man? You got it, bro. You got it. He gonna have to use a little more boxing this fight, just a little bit more, this fight. Cause this ain't the nigga that you want to just go in there and fight with. 34 fights, 23 knockouts. He been stopped once. A long time ago, though. Long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. This nigga damn near undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Low key right now. You know what I'm saying? The way shit going, he damn near undefeated right now. He ain't lost in about 15 fights or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And one draw.
Hey, and how's T.O. gonna be, reacting after surgery and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is he gonna be stiff? Is he gonna get fatigued at a certain point? You know what I'm saying? Because his first fight back, like, you know what I'm saying? A couple of things that, a couple of variables in there to consider.
I don't dislike T.O. Najee. I actually was a T.O. If you was here early in SouthernTea, you would know I was a T.O. fan until he.
Oh man, yeah, you was.
Ask Drew Type.
I know you would.
I know you was T.
Facts. I was a T.O. fan. I don't fuck with no funny movement. Only nigga I give ropes to is fucking Bud, and it's crazy. I get that nigga all the rope in the world. That's the only nigga I be giving rope to. For some reason, I don't know what it is. My mind. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I don't.
You really want to see that fight? That's why, T.
If you, that's probably what it is, ain't it? Yeah. If you moving funny, bro, I'm throwing you away. You moving funny. T.O. was moving
we
funny.
know he really can fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just got got cut from some.
We gotta see where he's at mentally. You know what I mean? We gotta see if he's prepared mentally. Like he can fight. I don't dislike T.O., but he move funny. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta see where he's really at. So he said to take over back.
Was good.
And it's 140.
My thing.
He gonna have
He said the same thing.
It ain't get no better, and he's not there mentally. I don't know if T.O. gonna be able to stand up to these bigger punches at 140 because we saw him go to war with Nakatami. Nakatami ain't no big puncher, but T.O. went to war with him. He went in there with a puncher with Comey, but Comey slow as shit. So I don't know if T.O.'s gonna be able to stand up to these bigger punchers because this guy he's definitely a puncher. He's definitely a puncher, but he's a bigger guy than T.O. The only two guys that T.O. been in that was bigger than him was Nakatami and Comey. They wasn't bigger body frame, they was bigger height wise. So now you in there with somebody with a bigger frame than you. Right. You in there with somebody with a bigger frame than you, and they used to taking these big shots from these 140-pound fighters. So I don't know if T.O.'s gonna be able to stand up. I will edge it a little bit towards T.O. because I believe T.O. is a better fighter than what we see him the last time. But it's been over a year since T.O. been in the ring, so that could play a part in this fight too. It's going to be some ring rust. It's been over a year since he's been in the ring, so I don't know.
If the focus and the hunger is there for T.O., like he's talking, then he probably won't look. You probably won't really see no ring rust. I mean, so it depends on what he's been doing the whole time. You know what I mean? We seen Danny Garcia come off the Errol Spence layoff, and goddamn, this motherfucker was looking lighter than ever. So, depending on what T.O. been doing, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Depending on what T.O. been doing, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but I'm not putting T.O. in the same category as Danny. Danny is a veteran compared to T.O. He only got 17 fights.
Well,
Danny Garcia.
No,
Garcia,
man, you can't lighten up.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but like I said, Danny's a veteran. He knows what he needs to do to get back in boxing shape. T.O. ain't really a veteran yet. He only been in 17 fights, so he's not all the way there to know what he's supposed to do to get back into boxing shape. Now he might know what he's supposed to do, but he might not have the discipline on doing what he needs to do.
Now, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That's my overall thing with Tio. Is he going to be disciplined? Has he been disciplined throughout this layoff and prepping for this fight? We won't know until Saturday.
Yep.
That's why it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch this guy, a couple of this guy fight, and I will give a better assessment of how I feel. But right now, like I said, I would edge towards T.O. slightly, like 51-49, slightly towards T.O. But like I said, when I go back and I watch this guy fights, I have a better assessment of who I'm a favorite in this fight.
Right.
I ain't had to watch tape on T.O. I ain't had to watch tape. I watched tape on Pedro.
Yeah, I never seen this guy fight. I never seen none of his fights.
Previously before, through the humbug, and I went back and watched a couple fights today. You know what I mean? And man, he a monster, bro. Like he a monster, bro. He ain't playing. Like he ain't coming in there to lose. Like he ain't coming in there to lay down for T.O. You know what I mean? Because he T.O. Like he coming to do damage. Like he not going to do just go let up if he gets you hurt. Like he don't have a heart.
And that, you know what, T, what you saying that might be motivation for that guy, because we all know T.O. is a name. Dude ain't got no names on his resume. So T.O. is going to be a name that he can put on his resume. So he might come in there more hungry than T.O.
That's the name on his resume. That will be the biggest. That T.O. is the biggest name on his resume. So that's a big test. So that's what makes this fight more interesting. So even though T.O. is good, we still don't know how he's going to look. This guy, he's a hooker. It's going to be a hook fest. That's why I'm calling this fight off the hook, because somebody's going to get hooked to death. Let's see this shit, man. I want to see if T.O. back, and he at 140 is a whole different stratosphere for 135. I hope people take that into consideration, because these fighters, they talking like 135 and 140 is basically the same, or 140 is a little lighter than 135. Fuck hell to the no.
We finna see how serious Teofimo Lopez being. We finna see exactly what he been doing while he been out in this fight. He said, y'all don't think T.O.'s validated esophagus issue caused him to lose the Cambosis, though? Motherfucker was breathing hard in that fight. You know why, Tito? You know why I think he was breathing hard? Because he came out throwing all the motherfucking punches early like he was on Street Fighter or some shit.
Yeah.
Man came out.
I don't think T.O. has something. I don't think T.O. has something wrong with him. I think he just used that as an excuse, because
my bad.
He had before he went into the fight. They knew about it, so it wasn't that serious if they already knew about it, because he knew about it, and then his ass was at the fucking hookah bar. So. Yeah, it wasn't that serious. The nigga was at the hookah bar, and he knew he had what he had. So I don't think it was as serious as everybody claiming it is. Oh, T.O. had this injury. I don't think it was that much of a problem. I think he used it as an excuse because he went in there overconfident, and Cambosa beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, thank you, Dwayne.
Because I guarantee you, if T.O. would have won that fight, you wouldn't have heard shit about it.
Hell no.
You wouldn't have heard nothing about it.
Yeah, man. Esophagus shit was a cop out because his ass lost.
We didn't. They, like I said, they knew about it before he fought. They knew about it a week before he fought. They never said nothing about his injury. So why are you bringing it up now after you lost?
Yeah, facts. Validated issue my ass. This season, the excuse not a very good one. Tito Dunny said Dr. Publicly put their name from a legit hospital, though. They can't publicly lie like that, bro. They can't publicly say it unless T.O. get him, the right to say it either. So he gave him the right to say it. But I ain't saying the issue wasn't real, bro. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was as big as he made. A lot of them fighters have ailments wrong with them. On some real shit, y'all gonna hate to hear this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm grading everybody from the motherfucking Earl Spence scare, my nigga. That nigga damn near cracked his motherfucking head open from his eye. He damn near busted his shit open. You know what I mean? So and he got up. You know, he got. I can't even say he was life threatening. I want to say he damn near died, but did he knock himself out? But he got up. The average nigga will be dead though. I don't know how the fuck 30 feet in the air to the concrete. I used to be a Boy Scout, rock climbing shit. I did a rope. They was like that shit 30 feet in the air. So I actually seen 30 feet. And I couldn't imagine falling from that bitch face first and hitting that dirt that was up under me when I was rock climbing that day. You know what I mean? So 30 feet. Like y'all ever been on? Matter of fact, y'all got swimming pool like official jumps and shit with the highest diving boards. That's 30 feet. Yeah. Official. That's a regulated 30 feet.
Shit. I know what 30 feet is.
Y'all ever jumped that diving?
I know what 30 feet is. I used to do direct TV. I've been on roofs of houses and buildings. I know what 30 feet is. I know how high. Matter of fact, right now, my apartment building is 30 feet off the ground. The roof of my apartment building is 30 feet off the ground. I'm looking at it right now, and that bitch is high as shit. You falling off that motherfucker, you going to be fucked up.
I'm grading niggas off his skill. That man could barely talk after that fight. No cap. It took him a while to get his shit back right. No cap. I heard it. It took him a while to get it. His shit was a little off at first. You know what I mean? He cool now, though.
But
he back.
Truth be told, a lot of these fighters go in the motherfucker fight with little nicks and injuries and shit like that. They just don't say nothing about it.
Yeah, Russell had an injury before he went into his fight, heard it in the fight, and shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Everybody. Right. Everybody.
Gary Russell he told everybody, you're gonna see the injury in the fight. He said, you're gonna see the injury in the fight. And sure enough, we saw the injury in the fight, but the motherfucker fought the rest of the motherfucker fight. He didn't sit there and took that as a cop. Everybody, like I said, like I believe it was a draw at best. It was a draw. I didn't see nothing that Mark Maceo did that clearly say, oh, Mark Maceo won. I didn't see that shit.
It should have been a draw. Should have been a draw.
Could have been easy. Could have been a draw.
Because they clear. I felt as though Gary got robbed. So if anything, it should have been a fucking draw. But it is what it is.
I believe it should have been a draw.
Yeah.
Because the most significant punch that landed in that fight was from Gary Russell. When Gary Russell wobbled the shit out of Mark Maceo. That was the most significant punch in the whole fight.
Hey, he chewed that shit like a chewing gum.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect with T.O.
It kept on coming.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect with T.O. because I don't know what his mental state is. I don't know how serious he's taking the sport after the loss. That might play a part into his mental because he got beat up against Cam Bosa. Now you go in this fight and this nigga catch you with a big shot. That could play a major part in your mental.
Yep. Damn.
He might fuck around. He might fuck around and fold.
Yeah. Fuck around. How about if he motherfucking shell shock from a fucking feather-fisted ass motherfucker? Anything is possible, people. So that's why this fight is very interesting. I want to see where he's at. Show me something. Yeah. Show me the money. Like I don't care what they talking about.
I'm gonna go back and look at this guy fight, and I will have a better assessment on tomorrow because I'm gonna look at him tonight while I'm at work. I will have a better assessment tomorrow. But like I said, I edge towards T.O. slightly. Like I said, 51-49. I give it to T.O. But we're gonna see. Because I know if it was me and I'm in this motherfucking division, I'm like, damn, I ain't got no big names on my motherfucking resume. I ain't fighting nobody notoriety. and then this nigga T.O.'s moving up into my division thinking he's going to take over, I'm coming in there with a chip on my shoulder. Nigga, you ain't taking over my division. You a 135-pound fighter. You ain't taking over my division.
Right. That part.
Little nigga.
That part right there.
Floyd said no fight goes into a fight 100%. Yeah, them fact.
Yeah, that's what I say. Everybody goes into a fight with nicks and bruises and shit. Nobody goes into a fight 100%.
The ass up that shit.
You sparring and training every day for 8 weeks. You're gonna be nicked up. You're gonna be hurting. You ain't gonna be 100%. You're 100% when you start training camp. You ain't 100% by the end of training camp.
Yeah, no, you just good. You gotta be broke down. Muscles might be good, but you in fight shape.
Yeah, you ready?
Damn shit, you ain't 100. You 100% for fight. Your ass definitely ain't 100%.
Mm-hmm.
What's good inside the square? So what's good, King Judah? That's your page, King Judah. Is that T.O. smile for real, for real? He will have a hell of a time with those dudes at 140. If he could beat this dude, then he'll be all right. But this dude very well could fuck him up. Very well could. This gonna be a nice test for him though, because most people in this division about Campa size. So I see what that was doing. He could be about to get a title shot though. This is what it could be for though. Like,
right. I think it is, T.
With him coming right in like that fighting Campa, that could be trying to set him up for an opponent good enough. Because they tried to put him number 2, remember? So actually, they is trying to give him a title shot. And they had that meeting and shit, and they had to put his ass number 5. But yeah, so they finna give him a title shot. So he probably went this route for that reason. But if he could beat him, then yeah, he could fight with the top. If he could beat this dude, he can compete with the.
But then it's about how convincingly he beats him too.
Right.
He beats him in struggle. Red alert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree.
Take that into thought also.
Yeah.
So it's how you beat this guy too. He beat this guy, but this guy make it very hard. You know.
With a loss, with that ENTO, will he be able to bounce back from 2 straight losses? Who would you put him in there with? If he lose to Campa today, right? He can't beat a top 15 140 pound.
Right.
So I know he at least top 15. He probably had the net, really. Matter of fact, he is high in net. So T.O. ranked 5. So I think he got to be ranked in the top 10. Right? So Campa will be considered the low end of the top guys.
Right.
So if you can't beat Campa, you damn sure can't beat Josh Taylor or Regis Prograis or Gary Antoine or, you know.
I don't think he can beat Antoine, period. I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so. That's too much pressure that man would not like.
Yep. Yeah.
He ain't fought no one to prep him for that type of pressure. So he got to understand, and anybody else that's going to go up to 140, it's a whole different ball game up there. Not the same guys down at 35. It's different. So, go up there humble. Don't go up there talking big shit. 'Cause you can get shut down real quick. So we gonna see. We gonna see. I definitely want to see.
Yeah, St. Louis. I said he bottom end elite. He bottom end elite at 140. He top 10. He ain't top 5, but he top 10. Yeah, he ranked Ashton. He got to be. Because T.O. ranked number 5. And I didn't heard of Pedro before. He ain't no slot. He ranked. He got to be ranked.
He shouldn't be ranked number 5. How the fuck you got T.O. ranked number 5? He just lost at 135.
They tried to rank him
at 135. But I'm saying that's how you know motherfuckers the sanctioning bodies get paid and the ranking systems get paid, because T.O. just took a loss at 135. He moves it to a whole nother division and get ranked number 5 when you have Gary Antoine, who's undefeated in that division, and he's been fighting guys in the top 10 of the weight class, and he went like number 9 or number 8, some shit like that.
But yeah, Ash, you right. 34-1. They both got one loss. I mean, now Campa ain't nothing special, but he ain't light work either though. He ain't light work either though. He'll go have the boxers do a little more. You know what I mean? You have to be accurate and active. She said Uber. Let me see. I got that boss rates up real accurate. Let's see what he is. Pedro Campo is ranked number 6. He ranked number 61, actually, in the world. He ranked number 6 out of Mexico. So he ranked 61. So let me see what that be his division. Let me see what that be his division. Oh no. He the 61st. He the 61st fucking super lightweight anyway. So he ranked 61. Hold on, man. Let me check T.O.
He's ranked 61 in the world. He's ranked number 6 in Mexico.
I'm finna check Teofimo rank.
But shit, motherfucking at 140, they got Gary Antoine ranked number 2 in the world. And he's number 2 in the world. I think he's like number 2 in the. No, he's ranked number 2 in the United States. He's ranked number 3 in the world.
Yeah, and T.O. 4 in the world and 3 in the United States. So T.O. ranked right behind Gary Antoine.
Yeah, but they got T.O. ranked number 5 at 140. How you got him ranked number 5 at 140, and motherfucking Gary Antoine is ranked higher?
So as the T.O. is number
and in the United States.
So as the T.O. is number 4, fight number 61. He number 4. What's good, Josh? He number 4, fight number 61.
What was Cambosa when T.O. fought him? What was Cambosa ranked?
I ain't sure.
He was low too. He wasn't in the top 10. He was low as shit.
He was mandatory though. No, he was a mando.
No, I know. I know he was a mandatory, But he was a mandatory because T.O. chose for him to be the mandatory. But he was a low rank. I think he was ranked like 30 or 40.
Yeah. Yep. So Campa ranked. So it's 60 niggas in the world better than Campa right now. So T.O. was ranked low, Campa ranked low, and T.O. lose to both of them. He's under what body is he ranked? Campa. I have to see. I thought you was calling him. I thought you was calling him an Uber driver, ass.
You.
I'm feeding my face. I thought you was calling him an Uber driver.
They got Javante Davis. They got
somebody YouTube
number one. Who YouTube was on? I ain't got no YouTube on. I'm on my phone. So yeah, they got Javante Davis ranked number 1 in the world, number 1 in the United States. Devin Haney number 2 in the world, number 2 in the United States, and Cam Bosa number 3 in the world, and number 1 in Australia.
But that's after him though.
Huh? No, I know that's after. No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck Cam Bosa is ranked number 3. So if Cam Bosa ranked number 3, where the fuck is Loma ranked at? He must be ranked number 4.
Yeah. It's crazy Cam Bosa is ranked number 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that means Loma must be ranked number 4 because Tank is ranked number 1, Devin is ranked number 2, and Bosa is ranked number 3. That's why I keep telling everybody them motherfucking belts don't mean shit because Devin Haney is the undisputed champion, and they still got him ranked behind Tank Davis. Them titles don't mean shit.
These rankings don't mean shit. Like people be paying for them. How the fuck he 34-1? He ranked 61.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because he hasn't fought nobody. That's probably why he's ranked number 61. There's no names on his resume.
Damn. I just seen Janabek beat up a nigga I ain't never heard of. Nigga name was what? Digit? And that nigga was ranked number what? 3? Number 4? That shit crazy. Nigga had what? Dude had like 25.
All depends on who's your promoter.
That ranking should be that ranking should be crazy. He ranked number 11 on the WBO. That's what I was asking. I looked it up. That's his highest one.
WBO, yeah.
That's his highest one. That ain't bad.
We all know that's the route that Teofimo is going. He's going the WBO route because Josh Taylor has the WBO.
They had him number 2.
Josh Taylor has the WBO belt.
Yeah. He dropped the WBA and the WBC. He still got the WBO.
Yeah, so. Yep, you got the WBO and the IBF, and T.O. is going to take the WBO route.
Yeah, so it was a top 15 fight in the ranking. So yeah, he qualified for a belt after that. He'll qualify for a title shot after this fight.
Who's that?
T.O., you have a win in top 15.
Oh, is he qualified for a title shot? I don't think T.O. will beat Josh Taylor.
Hell no.
I know he's not beat Regis Prograis. Or I don't believe he beat Jose Zepeda neither. If Zepeda happens to beat Regis Prograis, I don't see T.O. beating him neither.
They're about to fight for WBC.
Fighting for the WBC belt.
And Alberto Puello fighting for the WBA. And I don't think T.O. beat none of them guys right now.
No.
Especially not Prograis.
I don't see T.O. beating nobody in the top 10. That's why I'm trying to figure out how the fuck he get the top 5. I don't see him beating nobody in the top 10.
You think they're trying to set up T.O. and Taylor in the UK, or have T.O. fight for a vacant belt? I think they set up the vacant belt. I was about to say that. I think they're setting up for the vacant route, the net one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They setting them up for. That's why he fighting Campa. You know, they go get. I think this is, this ain't no cherry pick, but I don't know. This ain't just a cakewalk for him, but yeah, I think they're trying to get him a vacant. They put him number 2. I think St. Louis, they was trying to make it. They could be trying to make a fight Josh Taylor, bro. But they did put him number 2 originally. When I think about it, they did put him in the second spot originally, bro. So they fucking around, could be trying to set him up for a shot with Josh Taylor, T.O. But they for sure setting him up for a belt. Like he'll have a belt. He have a belt within his next couple fights. I don't doubt that. St. Louis, that's your question.
I'm looking at this other joint for the 140-pound weight division. They got Josh Taylor number 1, Regis Prograis number 2, Jose Ramirez number 3. Yeah. They got Antoine. Right. Zepeda. They got Zepeda number 4, Antoine number 5. They got Jack Catterall number 6. Yeah. They got Barbosa number 7.
This is that.
Matisse number 8.
But that sounds about right.
Montana Love number 9, and Brandon Lee number 10.
Who listed that? That's about the most accurate. This is about the most accurate one.
Hold on.
That's a good list. That top 5 is exactly my top 5. That's exactly my top.
I'm gonna put it on the private chat.
I might put Gary 4 instead of 5, but that's my man. That's that list accurate. That's them the best 140 pounders. Them the best 140 guys for sure.
Yeah, I just put it in the private chat.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know who that is. I don't watch them, but I know who that is.
Yeah,
that's a good list.
Yeah, that's the list that they got. That's how they rank.
You said Taylor.
That's how they rank.
Yeah, you said Taylor, Prograis, Zepeda. Who was your 4? I mean, who's the 4? Zepeda was 3rd. 4th was. I know if you had Gary 5th. I'll put Gary 4th. Yeah, who that named it? Is it T.O. shouldn't, as I said, T.O. shouldn't get a title shot for beating one person ranked under him at 140, but it is what it is. Now he shouldn't actually, but you know how them politics and shit go. No, he shouldn't, but that him being ranked, 11 in that sanctioned body, that that's a top fighter.
He said, St. Louis said, nah, D3, don't repeat that. belts mean championship. No, what I'm saying is the way they moving right now, those belts don't mean nothing. I mean, I'm sorry to say it. It really doesn't mean anything. The way they moving shit right now, that shit don't mean nothing. Because even with the belts, you still don't get the big fights unless the two named fighters want to fight each other. We done seen motherfuckers drop belts. We done seen motherfuckers duck. All kinds of shit.
I think Josh Taylor going up after this fight. We talk. Or he go fight Colonel Bean.
This never know. He might fuck around.
This is his last fight with Top Rank.
You never know. He might fuck around and fight Regis Prograis again for the WBC belt all over again. He ain't had to fight that mandatory, so he could fight Regis Prograis for the belt again. He already beat him once, which that was a close fight.
Nah, Regis to fuck him up.
Yeah. But what I did notice in that fight, Regis Prograis didn't like the pressure that Josh Taylor was putting on him. He didn't like that pressure. He was fighting a style that he's not comfortable fighting.
Bro, I don't want to.
Go ahead. And he was getting tired in that fight. He got tired in the later rounds too. That's what I think. That's what pulled it off for Josh Taylor was Regis Prograis. He kind of gassed out. He wasn't all the way gassed out, but he slowed down tremendously from the beginning of the fight to the later rounds. I went back and watched that fight the other night. I was like, let me see how, because I saw it when it happened, but I said I want to see how close this fight really was, because I was like, okay, Josh Taylor won the fight or whatever, but it was a close fight. So I went back months later. I was like, let me go watch it now. Now that my mind is fresh and I ain't seen it in a while. And what I noticed was Regis Prograis slowed down in that fight. And I think that's what pulled it off for Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was pressing the action.
He let him get back in. Yeah, he allowed it to be close. And I think he knew that. That's why he accepted the law.
Yeah.
But he fucked that man up, though. Look at that man eye.
He did. He did fuck his eye, though. His eye was fucked up. His eye was looking like T.O.'s eye.
He outlanded him. He outlanded him. He had a better percentage. And he landed more punches every fight out around.
Yeah, but I think those judges need to be away from the ring watching the fight and judging the fight, because I think they be sitting too close to the ring. I don't think they can see all of the action. They need to be like upstairs in separate rooms in a booth with somebody watching over their ass, making sure they ain't cheating, and watch it on a TV. And they might see a little bit different.
Or like have ringside judges and have, like TV judges and see how that shit work. Like TV, like they could do it like unofficially in the beginning, like you just said. Like how TV judges see what they do, see the difference between the two or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They could do it
like I said. From a lot of those fights that I be seeing them judge, I be like, I don't know what the fuck they saw, because I don't understand how. Like the fight we just saw, what was it last week? That they said it was a motherfucking draw. One of the judges had it as a draw in that motherfucking what fight was it? What fight was that we just watched where they said it was a draw? Was it it wasn't the Virgil Ortiz fight. I believe it was the week before that. I can't remember who the fuck the fight was. Who was fighting? And that shit slipped my mind that quick. But they one of the judges had that shit a draw. And clearly, he was getting his ass whooped in that fight. Everybody else had it a landslide.
Yeah, they definitely. He said they're definitely trying to make it look.
What's the name fight?
Especially since they don't like who
No,
holding.
the fight before that. The week before, it was damn. What fight was that?
Well,
The week before that, what's the number for it, man? Oh, the what's the name fight? Matter of fact, who fought 2 weekends back? Damn, what the fuck was it, man? It was somebody I too. It was an I match. I can't remember who the fuck it was, Dwayne.
He said, I think if T.O. wins Saturday, he can fight for eliminated versus Barboza. If he fight Barboza, he definitely deserves a title shot. But he damn sure don't deserve one before him. He been there for the longest. Barboza been there for a long ass time and ain't got no title shot. For a long ass time.
Because that wound up being what they called it a majority decision or something because of that one fucking judge.
Danny? Shit. Fuck.
Damn.
Was it Danny? Shit.
Oh, fucking name.
Danny had fucked up judges. Yeah, that's what I think it was. We talked.
And remember, the original plan, Tio was supposed to fight Barbosa first, and then they changed it, and Barbosa wound up fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you know what? It was the Danny fucking fight.
It was Danny, yeah.
That's what it was. It was the Danny fight, yeah.
Danny,
Danny should have got the unanimous fucking decision. The one judge ruled it for, yeah. Yeah, with the Danny fight, Dwayne. See, I knew somebody.
Yeah.
God damn. See?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I knew it was some fight. I couldn't remember what fight it was, but I remember we just watched it, and he clearly won every round, and one of the judges scored a motherfucking draw. The same thing like they did with Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez. I'm like, what fucking fight was you watching? How the fuck did you score that shit as a draw? That's what I said. I believe.
Yeah, he took it to
believe the motherfuckers.
Jose and went a fucking round, yo. He was getting his ass beat from turn belt to turn belt. God damn.
Yeah, we talked. I told y'all that a minute ago, though. But yeah, they finally Chris Eubank finally signed. Conor Bean and Chris Eubank.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of an easy fight to make if Chris Eubanks agreed to it because they both overseas, so it ain't like they gotta travel far.
He finally agreed to it, I'm guessing. But they had said this a while ago, but they said that Chris Eubank, Chris Eubank ain't signed, like he wasn't finalized. They had everything in place. They waiting on him. Now I'm guessing he finally, took care of the business.
So they about to do that fight.
Yeah.
That's an easy fight to make.
That they catch weight. Yeah, that's wild right there, though. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, October 8th at the O2 Arena. Yeah, so it shook out just how it was supposed to. It shook out just. Yeah, that's the joint. Yeah, that was the joint. John Garcia, they judge game majority season against Jose Benavidez. Clown. Clown, man. What was it, John? I think that was the date that was mentioning, though. If I'm mistaken, October 8th. Yep, that's the date. October 8th at 156. Yep, I said that, 3 weeks ago. So Chris Eubank, just finally. Chris Eubank just finally, agreed to that motherfucker. That's all. So 3 weeks ago. I like when shit like that happen, man. I like when shit like that happen. Appreciate y'all sliding through. Eddie Hearn had promised us, big news about Connor Ben. Now, a lot of people thought maybe it was Keith Thurman, Connor Ben. Yeah, I like when shit like that happen. Yeah, I just found that job. Yeah, October 8th, 156. Hope my boy don't get slumped out here. Yeah. So when Clarissa fights September, we got AJ Usyk next week, right? Yep. AB next week. Ooh, we got some fights next week, boy. Hey, hell yeah. We turn next week, man. Gonna get TL shit out the way. No, just for you. I'm just fucking with TL. Hey, yeah, we got some fights next week, though. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, we do. But yeah, I got Campa for the upset versus T.O. though. I don't see T.O. being able to figure it out. Campa ain't just Campa ain't just no world beater. But
yep,
he's smoke worthy at 140. You know what I mean? He's smoke worthy at 140, and I just can see this being a bad style matchup for T.O. And as far as Ryan Garcia go, hell no, I don't think he go fight T.O. Hell no, I don't think he go fight nobody of significance. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to duck at 140. His best bet is gonna be to keep bringing guys up from 135. Shout out T.O. for fighting a real 140 pounder though. You know what I mean? But Ryan Garcia's best bet is to keep bringing up 135 pounders because he gonna get fucked up at 140. And I think he know that. I think he knows that. Which is why he fight Tagos and Fortunas and shit. That's exactly why. Because he know he gets smoked at 140. But eventually he gonna have to fight somebody. Because the thing about going to 140 is where else you gonna go? Because you're going up to 147? Fuck no. We know you're not going there. So you can't go too far. All y'all go eventually meet at 140. Ding dong. Except Tank Davis. That's why him and Jeff Haney, if they go fight, gotta go and fight now. You know what I mean? But most of y'all go meet at 140 anyway. So y'all go eventually have to see each other anyway. So Ryan Garcia go eventually run around somebody's block and they go knock his off. I just want to be there when it happens. I just want to see it. And they ain't gonna be Tank. He just gonna keep pump faking that. It's gonna be a dude we never expected. I'm trolling that Max and Hughes dude beat Ryan Garcia too, but I'm just trolling that job. It ain't gonna be Maxim. But eventually he gonna meet his maker though. Anytime it's somebody that pose a threat, don't count on Ryan Garcia fighting. You know what I mean? What make me believe he gonna fight goddamn Teofimo Lopez, right? If you won't fight Tank Davis, so you just magically supposed to just okay, yeah, you gonna fight. You gonna move up a weight class and fight T.O. That's what you selling now. After you just sold us for months that you gonna fight Tank Davis after Fortune. And the best thing that y'all could come up with was Gervonta Tank Davis promotion wouldn't answer the phone. Didn't respond back. That's the best thing you can come up with. And you moving on to fight T.O. First of all, T.O. top rank, bro. T.O. top rank for one. How the hell you go fight T.O.? Ryan Garcia go fight motherfucking Kevin Farmer at 140. Watch. Ain't Tiffany and Mickey Bay supposed to fight? What the fuck? Oh, I be forgetting Ryan Garcia pump fake Kevin Farmer too. Bro, we be forgetting about that, don't it? He pump fake Kevin Farmer too. That man, that's a little last summer, my bitch. Wow. I be forgetting he lied like he would go. The man lied about Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Tevin Farmer, Manny Pacquiao, JoJo Diaz, Ryan Fortuna once. Bet we talk. Ryan Fortuna once, bro. That's 6 people. Tank Davis, Manny Pacquiao, Tevin Farmer, Javier Fortuna, JoJo Diaz. That man, the pump fake king, man. Bet. So Tevin them fight this week. I gotta do me a Tevin Farmer, Nikki Bay prediction. I ain't know they fight this week. What network what the hell they fighting at? What's the it's an app or something they own? That shit on TV? That shit on TV, We Talk Sport. Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay. That shit on TV. I'm finna get off her soon. I know I got to route the book. I'm gonna give you about 4 more minutes. They done come on TV, We Talk Sport. Farmer and Bay. Not TV, but it's an app or something, streaming out. Fight TV or something. Seven four Joe, I know. 7-4 Joe, I know. I already know 7. I already know 7-4 Joe. I already know. Ryan Garcia ain't fighting no better, bro. He finna use T.O. down in the clout chase now at 140 like he used Tank down clout chase at 135. I already know what's up with Ryan Garcia. I ain't feeding into it no more. This is gonna be my last time. I know I said it the last time. It's gonna be my last time. on everything. I just had to throw him in here now just to bring light to the fucking blasphemous he talking. Now he finna clout chase T.O. And I ain't gonna take part in it. I ain't gonna pay it no man. I ain't gonna feed no man. I promise this gonna be the last one, y'all. I know I said it last time. This gonna be the last one. Watch. I promise. This should be so ridiculous sometimes. I be having to talk about it. You know what I mean? I be having to talk about this shit sometimes. But yeah, I see T.O., having a fight on his hands come Saturday for sure. You know what I mean? He will be tested. And if he passed with flying colors like he come in here, I about to do knock him out. I'm going to give him his full goddamn credit. But I'm thinking the fight more so is going to be tit for tat, going to be a blow for blow. You know what I mean? Counter fight versus Pedro Campa. Both fighters are capable of winning the fight. You know what I mean? Which is why I have it called so tight. I got Pedro Campa by a split decision. You know what I mean? I think he gonna be just a little too much for Teofimo Lopez. As far as especially with this being Teofimo Lopez's first fight in the division. And Campa is a hooker as well. Both these guys are hookers. You know what I mean? Campa is patient. You know what I mean, with his punches, and I don't like how T.O. reacted when Lomachenko put that pressure on him. You know what I mean, type deal. I don't like how Teofimo. I don't like how Teofimo reacted when Loma put that pressure on him. And Campa is a good inside fighter. If Campa able to put that pressure on him, getting the inside, it's gonna be a long night for T.O. And I think he gonna be able to do just that. Which is why I got Pedro Campa to beat Teofimo Lopez. Split decision. You know what I mean? A close fight. I'm about average confidence on that. Again, it could go either way. I'm edging. Pedro Campa. I think both fighters could get dropped. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be kind of interesting. He said, I don't know. Looking at it on Boss Rate, it didn't say nothing along those lines on their Instagrams and website. They streaming as pay-per-view. Yes. Okay. RedemptionPayPerView.com. Okay, bet. That's why I was trying to see what that was. Yep, where they was gonna show that bet. He said, giving Ben some respect because after this win, he got a bet. Nah, Zay, you with the shit, man. You with the shit, man. Zay. You with the shit. You with the shit, man. We gonna figure it out, man. We gonna figure it out. But yeah, Ryan Garcia full of cap. Been done listening to him. I advise y'all stop listening to him. Don't believe shit he say. I don't believe what he do. Because he to pull out a fight king. I got Pedro Campa to beat Teofimo Lopez. Split decision this weekend. I appreciate everybody sliding through. Before I get out of here, make sure y'all tune in to Ride the Boogie too, because I'm getting ready to ride the Boogie. But before I get out of here, appreciate y'all for sliding through this joint. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. Miss Joette, what's good? What's good, Miss Joette? You have a great day too. I love seeing that green slide through here. Shout out Miss Joette, newest channel member. Appreciate you sliding through. It's getting the hard way 7T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking.